The Toronto Raptors are one win away from going to their first ever NBA playoff conference finals appearance. And after leading Game 5 versus the Miami Heat by 20 points, the Raptors narrowly hang on to the Game 5 victory, winning 98-91 the final, Miami keeping it close near the end. What's going on, YouTube? I'm Mr. Wheels here, welcoming you to another edition of Sports Talk. Let's break down this Game 5 victory by the Raptors. Huge win. Best game of the playoffs for the Raptors so far, in my opinion. Raptors start off this game, best start so far, with a 9-0 run. No Jonas Valanciunas, but Bismack Biyombo stepping up with a huge game. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 blocks in the second quarter alone. That was by the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. Raptors went on an 18-6 run in the second quarter. That was a big part of leading them to the win. The Raptors' defense was amazing. However, we saw some of the same things plague the Raptors. Not being able to finish the first half closing quarters the way they wanted to. It's been a problem all series. The Miami Heat ended the second quarter on a 10-0 run, cutting the Raptors' 20-point lead to just 10 points at the half. Second half, Raptors start 0 for 4. DeMar DeRozan, however, steps up. 9 of the Raptors' first 11 points in the third quarter. He finished with 34 points, matching his Game 5 totals from the first round versus Indiana. The Raptors closed the third quarter 75-63, bouncing back from that bad finish to the first half. However, the Miami Heat's bench kept them in the game. 47 bench points at one point. That kept the Raptors at a minus 29 in comparison. However, the game breaker, the TSN turning point for the Raptors was Kyle Lowry. Finally, in the playoffs, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, showing us the players they were from the regular season. Kyle Lowry with 25 points and 2 very clutch buckets late in the fourth quarter. It was not Dwayne Wade getting it done this time. It was Kyle Lowry stepping up with 25 big points. Raptors win 98-91 the final. One win away, going back to Miami from the Raptors' first ever conference final. Cleveland Cavaliers waiting in the wings for the Raptors. However, I do want to point out some major injury woes keep happening to both of these teams, Toronto and Miami. Lou Aldan going down with a risky injury in this game. DeMarre Carroll going down with a wrist contusion in this game as well. So that is Jonas Valanciunas, DeMarre Carroll look like they're going to be out at least for the remainder of this Eastern semifinals. DeMar DeRozan's bagged up. Kyle Lowry's not 100%. Nobody is, but the Raptors are getting it done. And, tonight, lately, for most of these playoffs, it's been the Raptors bench getting it done. They had a night off, and who steps up? But the Raptors' 2 All-Stars, Lowry and DeRozan, they need to do it in Game 6 versus Miami, and they need to close this series out on Friday because nobody in Canada wants to see them come back for a Game 7. They need to shut the Heat down. They need to beat the Heat. Game 6, Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Can't wait, guys. If you enjoyed this video, remember to slap that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you thought of the game. I'd really appreciate the support, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.